Oh, there it goes. Pause the restream to myself. Copy this. Post it. Where are we? Yep. Okay, I think I'm ready. I don't know. Uh, this guy's name was Forward. Interesting. And he's looking for sapphires. So this dash of sapphires has 1,000 in it. These rings are all going to get rolled over. They're just, I think mostly they're just generic magic rings. And I filled his gold already so that he can gamble more rings if needed. I anticipate that it will be needed. And these sapphires are ones that I collected from mostly from the High Council in 1.07. Some of these might be lower crust. And so the recipe is the chipped sapphire, or any sapphire, a ring, and a thawing potion. And I can buy the thawing potions from Akara. So I'll leave a few spaces in his inventory, like 4 or 8, to buy some potions into those slots. They don't autofill into the belt, so using the belt for the potions is not really good. I don't know how long it will take. This might be like a 2-hour stream, or it might be an 8-hour stream. So like I said, I don't remember how long it takes to craft 1,000 of these. Okay. I've done, I think, 3,000 previously. And I'm using character level 19. For the best chance of 2 magic affixes, or 2 magic find affixes on a rare ring with mana after each kill and increased cast speed. So the recipe makes rings with cold resistances, and 7 to 36. And if it rolls the triumphant prefix, then instead of cold resist, it's mana after each kill instead. Me too. I have some really weird stuff already. Hopefully I find something that I'm specifically looking for. So not quite it, but last time I did this and rolled 1,000 attempts, I got 0 rare rings when I'm expecting to get 5. So it's neat to see a rare ring already. It could also roll as a set or as a unique ring. hopefully that wasn't the only rare ring in my 1,000 tries. What is this? Oh. If this had triumphant, then it would be pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good.
Not here.
"17 mana after each kill." Not good enough. I'll keep anything that's like 25 or better if it has no other mods. Um, so for a magic ring, it needs triumphant, which is mana after each kill, to cause the bugged ring for high mana after each kill. And then if I only have triumphant, then I want either magic find, or I mean, if it's magic ring, then I want either magic find or increased cast speed. And then what I really want is a rare ring with the triumphant prefix and the magic find prefix and the magic find suffix and the cast speed suffix, which has, I'm doing 1,000 attempts here, and you'll get all of those together on a rare ring, 1 in 18,000 tries at this character level, which is the optimal character level for it to happen at. I think. I mean, maybe a different character level giving different number of affixes might affect it, but this is as soon as all of those affixes are available. So 13 mana after each kill and 2 strength. I don't keep that. Clearly. And if I were content to have only the possibility of one magic find affix, then I should be rolling at like level 9, I think. But I think that's the magic find prefix, and it's the one with the lower possible maximum value. And so I decided go big or don't go at all. You can't get something super amazing if you only limit yourself to something really good. So And then even if I do get all of those affixes together on one ring, then the mana after each kill will still roll anywhere from 7 to 37. And so anything less than 20 would kind of be a big, like, ooh, I got what I wanted, but kind of not really. So after the 1 in 18,000, I still have basically a 50% chance that it's actually no good. 18,000 attempts is for having both Magic Find affixes on the same ring. To get one or the other, it's like 1 in 6,000 and 1 in 4,000 or something like that. And when I'm done here today, I will have done 4,000 attempts total. See, that's already open. Sapphire. Oh wait, that's not already open. I'm an idiot. Forward. Socket filler. And then not today, but someday I'll be doing similar crafting, but with rubies and with topazes and with emeralds in version 1.08 at level 64-ish or higher for a chance of Stone of Jordan with resists on it. But also just chances for really good rings, rare rings in general. But that'll be, at some point in the future. For right now, the sapphire is the only, like, that would just be an interesting item I have to have, not one that I would actually use. The ones that I'm trying to make with these sapphires is a ring that, in theory, I would actually put to use on the Hurricane Druid. Cold resist 43. So that's the thing that can happen if you get the cold resist prefix. It'll stack with the cold resist from the recipe. And then if you only want a magic ring with increased cast speed and high mana after each kill, which is typically what people are looking for when doing this recipe, then you should roll, I think it's at character level 9 and not 19. my goal is something truly amazing instead of, you know, just something really good. Twelve mana after each kill. So here, I'm wearing 137 to mana after each kill, just as an example of what it could look like. 20 to mana after each kill. I'll hold on to that one. $20 is enough to be useful. It's basically the lowest value that I'll keep if it's plain. And 37 is as high as it goes. I'm not 100% certain. I believe it sets 1 in 100, rares 1 in 200, uniques 1 in 1,000. But I might have set and rare backwards. But I don't think so. I think that's right. Set 1 in 100, rare 1 in 200, and unique 1 in 1,000. But of course, the set and the unique cannot get the mana after each kill because they don't spawn triumphant prefixes. So it would just be whatever the set or unique ring is with cold resists. So either Angelics or Cathins, and then basically any of the unique rings in version 1.07, even with resists, will be less good than just finding them in a modern version. With the exception of SOJ, but I'm not high enough level with this guy for that to be a possibility. And I would roll for SOJ in 1.08 because of better odds. Significantly better odds. Still quite rare, but much better. Yeah. Yeah, this is because in this recipe, the cold resist from the cube recipe has the same affix group. Like it has the group number from classic. And then in the expansion, the group numbers changed for the affix groups. And so the group number for cold resist in classic is the same as the group number for the mana after each kill in expansion. And so when it rolls the expansion mana after each kill, it overwrites the value from the cold resist group from the cube recipe and combines them together to make too much mana after each kill. Something like that. I know for sure that it has to do with group numbers. The exact specifics may be a little bit off. The sapphires. Okay, I've done basically, I could call it 125, which is what, like 1/8. So then this will take, what's 2 times 8? 16, 160 minutes. So this should take about 2.5 hours, I guess. That's not bad. But last time when I got, it was either 0 rare rings or 1 rare ring in the entire process, which is an unexpected result. It was pretty disheartening, like the longer it went and the lack of rare rings. It's like, oh my god. Uh, but this time I've already had one. It's not what I'm looking for, but it is a rare. So that's nice. And if I don't get the specific ring I'm looking for, then my new method of trying to farm sapphires will be council running in 1.0. I can get 40 gems of any color in about 15 minutes. And then every color and tier can be used in some sort of crafting recipe in various versions. So it would be lots and lots and lots of consumables in that process. That was a weird noise. What are MPK rings? So here I have MPK is mana per kill. In the game, it's called mana after each kill. So I don't know why MPK is the acronym that was really popular on the Pure Diablo / DiabloII.net forums back in the day. But that's where I get MPK from. So yeah, mana after each kill. And it can spawn up to 37. And it, in theory, can spawn on a rare ring. I have a rare ring with 34 mana after each kill. But I think it didn't really have any other useful mods. It might have had Magic Find. I can't remember for sure. I might be able to look. I think I put it... not that one. What the... Not that one. Yeah, 34 mana after each kill and 5 Magic Find. So, not super useful. If this had increased cast speed, then I would have stopped here. That would have been the ring I'm looking for. Magic Find, mana after each kill, 34, and cast speed. That would have been good enough for me to stop this process. But that was in a previous set of 1,000 attempts that I got that ring. This is my, I'll say since 2020, this is my 4th set of 1,000 attempts. So it can roll anywhere from 7 to 37. I'm looking for a rare ring, which will spawn approximately 1 in 200 tries, I think, in theory, and a rare ring with cast speed and mana after each kill and magic fight. The odds of getting all of that on the same ring are quite low. But if you play a lot, you know, it's doable in a lifetime rather than multiple lifetimes like some rare items are. The maximum magic find on this would be, I think, 25. That's with the prefix and a suffix. And the odds of getting both a prefix and a suffix is, and the cast speed, and it being a rare ring, is once every 18,000 attempts. With 34 mana per kill and cast speed, I would be happy with the 5 magic find. Or I'll say I would be content with the 5 magic find. I would be able to move on to trying to find other items in this project for the Hurricane Druid, like the 6 Hurricane 3 open socket pelt, which I still don't have. I think it would be fun to try to find a pre 1.10 Zod rune and then use that to make an ethereal enigma, or potentially an ethereal jeweler's monarch of something. Probably my preferred would be Colossus for life, but I think the ethereal enigma would be my favorite of those, the possibilities for pre 1.10 Zod. Let's see, what other time traveled items was he looking for? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, the classic rare ring. I need to still find a classic rare ring with cast speed, magic find. I never found one of those yet. Over 600 rare rings. It would be bugged. So in versions, any version before 1.10, if you socket a ethereal item or any item with a Zod rune, instead of simply making it indestructible, the durability modifier is deleted from the item, so it doesn't track durability at all. Then when you forward that item to 1.10 plus and use the unsocket recipe to remove the Zod rune, the item still does not have a durability line. The durability is gone. It is simply indestructible, and it remains so. And so then you can make anything in it. You can make a rune word in it. Like Enigma. I don't think Ethereal Enigma is terribly useful. I just think it would be neat. Oops. Yes, you forward the armor with the Zod in it, and then remove it with the Hell Rune plus Talon Portal. And you can do that with any item. So like if you had, for example, an ethereal jewel, there's Monarch of Deflecting in 1.09, you could make it indestructible and then put 4 facets in it or whatever it is that you want to put in it. Hmm. Really bad mouse accuracy today. Sapphire. Oh boy. Alright, so I've done about 200 attempts so far, with about 800 left to go. And this mulling program is entirely click and drag. So I have to, you can't like store items on your mouse cursor like you can with GoMule. And GoMule does not work in 1.07, so I have to use this one. But the pre 1.10 Zod would be kind of low priority for me. It's not strictly necessary for the build that I'm trying to make. Well, I guess none of this really is, but the purpose for me of getting the mana after each kill ring with cast speed and magic find is so that my druid, the hurricane druid that I want to someday make, can have infinity mercenary instead of insight mercenary. 15 mana after each kill. Nothing else useful. I'll put it in the stash and we'll look at it more closely, but it's not the ring I'm looking for. That's for sure. Damage reduced by 1, magic damage reduced by 1, poison resist 13, 7 mana. So that's an example of a rare ring with mana after each kill. But yeah, not the one I'm looking for. And this, just like the 522 classic rare rings that I identified, this process is basically another example of how in Diablo 2, item generation, a lot is not a lot. Odds are so low that a lot is not enough, basically. $32 mana after each kill. I can keep that. And basically anytime, or almost anytime I play a new character from level 1, I'm going to give them something like this, or perhaps 2 rings like this, so that they don't have to worry about mana basically ever. 11 mana after each kill. No good. Excuse me. Sapphires. Hmm. Mm. "29 mana after each kill and poison length reduced." 10 mana after each kill, with nothing else on it. So it gets rolled over. Okay. Nothing terribly interesting so far. Sapphires. And the other gem colors that have similar recipes, um, what's it called? The emeralds use antidote potions. The topaz, instead of using a potion, it requires 2 topazes for the recipe. And then the rubies require exploding potions, which can be purchased from a vendor in Classic. So I pick up exploding potions off the ground when I see them and keep them in my infinite stash, but they can also be purchased in Classic and then forwarded for the recipe. If this one had had mana after each kill, I would be done. But it does not. So this is a near miss. The 27 cold resist would have been 28 mana after each kill. With cast speed and 11 magic find, that would have been a very strong result. But instead, I keep going. So, a near miss. It does only have or appears to only, yeah, it only has one magic find affix. Could have been two, but I'm not gonna nitpick a ring that already failed too much. So that's 3 rare rings so far. Nice result. It might be that rares are 1 in 100 and set is 1 in 200. I just can't remember for sure which one has the higher rarity. Um, so a couple of strong near misses, I'll say. Oh, it's raining. It's been raining a lot lately, which is, good for nature. Last year we had a drought, and this year we're having nice rain. 35 mana after each kill, but it's plain. So a useful result for questing. Hmm. Mm, forward. Saphir. Okay. Alright, so when I finish this group, I'll be more than halfway done. And I have more, 150, but those will be saved for the next batch of 1,000. 26. I'll hold on to that. Since I think I kept a plain 25. 20, yeah. I keep anything, at least for now, 20 or higher. "22 mana after each kill and damage reduced by 1. Ooh, man, 45 cold resist. Magic Find, no Triumphant, and no cast speed. So, interesting result for having the double cold resist, but no good. But that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 rare rings so far. So maybe it is 1 in 100 for the rares. Okay. Well, that doesn't help me. Oh, that's nice. 21 mana after each kill and increased cast speed. So those two, the prefix and suffix together, Triumphant of the Apprentice, is typically what people will be looking for when doing this recipe. And generally, what is considered good would be 30 or higher. But also, you would be rolling at character level 9 and not 19. For the best odds of getting that. That's a solid result. Sapphire. Oh, I didn't know I still had more. Whoops. Oh well. So I'm almost exactly halfway done. Um, right, utility, bank of Atma, transfer from stash, finish, wait, finish, finish. Okay. That way I can gamble some more magic rings. Seven mana after each kill. The worst result that shows the bug. "29 mana after each kill." Where's that one that was just plain 20? Let's roll over that. And then, let's see. 26. Okay.
15 mana after each kill and 11 magic find. I'm going to re-roll over that one. Okay, that was the last flawless sapphire. And 309 regular sapphires. Did I win? No, I've had some near misses. I have a rare ring which did nothing. Had the magic find on it and nothing else. I have a 29 mana after each kill. I had another rare ring, this one with 15 mana after each kill, but no cast speed and no magic find. I have 32 mana after each kill, 29 with poison length reduced. I have this rare ring that had the cast speed and the magic find, one magic find affix, but no triumphant prefix, so no mana after each kill. If this did have triumphant, it would have rolled 28 mana after each kill, and I would be done. That ring would be good enough. I would stop. I mean, I would keep rolling, but I wouldn't like actively seek to find more sapphires. 35, 26, 22. I wasn't keeping anything below 20, so I re-rolled over anything that had less than 20 mana after each kill. Another rare. Again, this one had 45 cold resists. 21 with increased cast speed. The better loop. Oh yeah, it would have been. And then these are for rolling. The better loop. It sounds like an item in Morrowind or something. Uh, but yeah, that one would have been good enough for me to be happy. Not just content, but happy with the results. I can. I'm rolling at a high enough level that I could get a magic find prefix and a magic find suffix for up to 25 magic find. But yeah, so far, no, I didn't win. 27 mana after each kill with 15 magic find. So that one gets in the keep it box. It's a good result. Sometimes your build does not need cast speed on the ring, so then that one could be useful. If this had rolled triumphant, it would have been a perfect triumphant of the apprentice roll with 37 mana after each kill. there's about 300 attempts left. So, still a good amount to go. $36 mana after each kill and 2 strength. $29 plain. I'll reroll the 26. I'll reroll the 22, damage reduced by 1. Okay. $34. Cold resists 48. Another similar recipe is the prismatic amulet recipe. So one of each perfect gem. Let's see. Amethyst, diamond, ruby, sapphire, topaz, emerald. So one of each except for skull. And an amulet, and it makes an amulet with all resists, but it rolls each resist separately. And that also can roll not just magic amulets, but rare sets and uniques. So generally the long-term goal of people using that recipe is going to be Talrasha's amulet. But it's very expensive for 6 perfect gems. For now, that's too rich for my tastes. And if you're looking specifically for set and unique versions, then it will be better to roll in version 1.08 than in 1.07. You have better odds for sets and uniques there. I'm surprised I haven't seen a set ring yet today. So it may be that I was mistaken about the odds. Being like 1 in 200. Or it may be that I'm not a high enough level. Actually, I can check that. If I go here, uh, sea level. Oh yeah, I'm just not high enough level. I can get Nagel Ring, and that's it. And the Nagel Ring here is complete trash. So yeah, that's why I'm not seeing any set rings. No Cathans and no Angelics. I'm not a high enough level. The item level is 2/3 of my character level. Hmm. Another useless rare. Lowest roll on the cold resist possible. Wait, no. It could have been yeah, so it has cold resist as an affix. Maybe. Oh, never mind. It could have just rolled 7. I'm an idiot. So second, one away from the lowest roll cold resist possible, and none of the other affixes that I'm looking for. Goodbye, 26 mana after each kill. I did unblind, right? Yeah. $37 mana after each kill. Gamba. Nine mana after each kill, with poison length reduced. 9 mana after each kill with 1 maximum damage. 25 mana after each kill, half freeze duration. I have enough mana after each kill rings that I can roll over some of these. Without an issue. Some of the lower ones. Like, unless it's a good second affix, mid-20s aren't terribly interesting. And shift right click does not fill the belt with thawing potions, so I can't buy them more quickly that way. So I have to buy them one at a time. Unlucky. Not just better loop, it would have been best loop. Saphir. Yeah, I didn't even know about that until I saw people posting about it yesterday. 25 years of Diablo 2. I don't think that I started playing until, or I'll say I don't think we owned the game until the expansion came out. Like, I played it at a friend's house, but I don't think we bought it until the battle chest. But I can't remember. It was so long ago. 34 mana after each kill.
Gamba. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing that I remember that was weird about it is Messerschmitt's Revenge. In the back, like in the, what's it called? In the appendices, where it listed all the uniques and what they do. Uh, it was the name of the item was cut off because the name was longer than the slot it had in the table, and so it just said Messerschmitt's Reaver. Because it was cut off halfway through the inn. It's basically the only thing I remember about that book. 8 mana after each kill, half freeze duration. 25 mana after each kill, magic damage reduced by 1. I guess that would be good against Rakanishu. Hmm. 'Interesting unintentional timing, I guess, to do a crafting stream on the weekend of the anniversary. "36 mana after each kill. Hmm. 18 mana after each kill, increased cast speed. I have the 20, I think, up here. Somewhere, 21. 18, I'm going to re-roll over. The number's too low. It's, I think that would drive a lot of people crazy.
Okay, so this has none of the mods that I'm looking for. Wait, that's interesting. 1 mana after each kill and no cold resists at all. It's a strange result. 6 affixes. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, that's definitely a strange result. Okay. Another rare ring. Okay, is there something that I'd be okay with rolling over? 29 with poison length reduced, 29 plain. Probably the 29 plain. Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird result. Imagine if that had the affixes I was looking for and then it ate the cold resist modifier without turning it into mana after each kill. I would be disappointed. Trade. Bank of Atma. Oops, wrong button. Okay. Sapphires. So I definitely got many more rares this time than last time. My last set of 1,000, I can't remember if it was 1 rare or 0. Either way, it was a very disappointing result. And here I just got 2 rares in a row, and one of them ate the cold resist modifier and gave nothing in return. So I guess it's after this about 3 more mulings on.
No, the recipe only uses the character level. 2/3 of the character level for this recipe. So I'm doing character level 19, which is the lowest level that I can be and still have all of the affixes that I'm looking for available. Magic Find, Cast Speed, and Triumphant. Okay. So the item level of any input item does not matter for this recipe. Then mana after each kill. Mm-hmm. Too bad that didn't have triumphant on it. It's the second time I've had a 36 with the apprentice. Just one moment and I'll be right back. Alright, moment completed. Utility, Bank of Atma. Refill my gold in case I have to gamble some more rings. $113. What's 113 divided by 3? Let's see, 371. That can't be right. 37.1? Yeah, that's it. Okay. 371. Amazing. Okay. So this stash full, and then another one, and then a small final one to finish the last few. Or it might just be this one and another one. I think if I don't leave any thawing potions, I can do the rest all at once. $20 mana after each kill, and increased cast speed. Okay. I guess. This process, no. Let's see. I might do like just like 5 or something as an example of the process, and then show this ring or one like it. And either put it in the Time Traveler's Infinite Grind playlist or put it in the Interesting and Exotic Items playlist. But I'm not planning to do a set of 1,000 of these for video, that's for sure. And I just roll them 1,000 at a time. 27 mana after each kill. I have plenty. I don't need to keep that. So if I did do a video, it would be just like 5 or 10 attempts. And I might do it, I don't know, I might do it at character level 9. Because that's the level that most people would do it at, to give the best chance of Triumphant Ring of the Apprentice, which is this one here, which is what most people are looking for when they do this recipe. So up to 37 mana after each kill, and then cast speed. 34 with 40 gold find. I could see that being potentially useful. But lately I haven't really been doing videos at all, because I'm not home. But I got the guys at work that I supervise, I got raises for them, so that was nice. And one of them now makes more money than I do. So that's good for him. So the next step, which I don't know if I'll be successful or not, is to reduce our hours. Uh, I've been technically a manager for over a year. By technically, I mean I can claim managerial experience because I'm the crew leader on my lawn mowing crew. And I'm the driver of the truck. And so the other guys in the truck are, you know, I'm the one responsible for how the lawn looks when we leave, so then they have to do what I tell them to on the lawn. And right now, we don't have a general manager at all. Um, um, if your weed eater keeps spitting out string, then you're loading it wrong. Or it's a low quality weed eater head. But the main issue, I guess, with my job is how much time I'm out of the house. Like, not home. The work is hard as in it's physically demanding, but it's not like technically hard generally. Let's see. Will they all fit? I think they do. Yes. But the problem that this company is having is the amount that we charge customers for a mow is not enough to match the overhead of the company. The overhead per employee is very high because it's a franchise and they have all kinds of fees and stuff to pay. And the number of employees is very low. And so either we need like 10 times as many lawns as we do, or we need only large lawns that pay lots of money, which is not residential. Like, and that's basically all that our first two general managers were selling was residential lawns when they should have been trying to sell like churches or schools and stuff like that. Where the dollar we can charge per hour of labor is much higher. If I were going to do that, I wouldn't do it as a business. I would only do it as cash work with my own tools and my own vehicle. And I do not own a vehicle. Additionally, the mowing itself is basically the least profitable thing you can do as a lawn crew. You should sell fertilizer or put grass in people's yard or plant flowers, spread mulch, stuff like that. I would say that I've learned enough to know that I don't want to try to start my own business, maybe. Half acre. I don't really know acreage. I just know when I see a lawn. Okay, and here's another thing. And that's what you just said is a huge issue that we had with our the guys that were setting prices, is the square footage of the lawn is one of the least important things for how much you should charge on that lawn. Because the square footage is, in general, not what's going to make it take longer. What makes it take longer is how many flower beds do they have, how many tree circles do they have, how many do they have a sidewalk and a driveway, or just a driveway. Stuff like that. How many times do I have to turn my lawnmower around? And what is the perimeter length? So how much weed eating will I have to do? But a typical lawn I'm pricing at $70, which is kind of expensive. So most people don't go for it, which is fine. But for less than that, it's not worth me driving my guys to their house. Because like I said, our overhead is too high. Whereas like a school that takes us, if we do a really good job, takes me and two guys 6 hours,
and we can charge $700, then that's a fine day, and we don't need to do anything else that day, in theory, if I had a school for every day of the week, which I do not. Nine mana after each kill and 10 magic find. And then, they were just, the general managers were selling the Mo prices way too cheap for us to be even approaching anything near profitable. Do I have more gems? About $70. We were doing our minimum price at $62. The manager that set that price no longer works for us, and so I don't have a boss. And so now I'm setting it at $70. Yes, that is a huge thing, but like I said, the previous general managers were not doing a good job of selling mowing and selling it at good prices. They would one of the things they did is like put a bunch of door hangers in a neighborhood, right, or in a couple neighborhoods. The problem is that they put them in established neighborhoods where people had already been living for years and years, and so anyone who wanted a mow service already had it. What they should have been putting door hangers on is new home construction neighborhoods, first-time homeowners who don't own lawn equipment, don't currently have a mow crew, and don't have a good understanding of how much they should reasonably be paying for a mow, so that we could charge 10 houses in one neighborhood $70 each. But they were not doing that. And so now I get to suffer and try to fix everything that they were doing, or the company dies. If I'm able to fix it, then there will come a point where the job pays really well and I work not a lot. So that was my last set of 1,000. But yeah, ideally you don't want to be spending time on travel. So that was 1,000 gems. Let's see how many rares did I get. Seven rares. Let's see. This one, cold resist 16. This one, cold resist 10. Oh, and 6 magic find. So one of the affixes I'm looking for. None of the affixes I'm looking for. This one, 15 mana after each kill, and none of the other affixes I'm looking for. This one, good cold resist, magic find and cast speed, but no triumphant. So this was a really strong near miss. This one, cold resist 45 and magic find. I'm not sure, but I think the fact that it rolled cold resist means that if I had got triumphant, it would not have had bugged mana after each kill. It would still just have had 45 cold resist. Cold resist 7, and none of the affixes I'm looking for. And then this one, 8 my cold resist from the recipe, and did not turn it into mana after each kill. It simply vanished. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it has something to do with already rolling 6 affixes and trying to put a 7th one on messed it up. I'm not sure. So definitely this is a weird result. And then 21 mana after each kill with cast speed. 27 mana after each kill with 15 magic find. Yeah, it has 1, but there's no cold resist showing. And it should have cold resist or 7 mana after each kill or higher. And it has neither. 32 mana after each kill, 29 with poison length reduced, 35, 36 with 2 strength, 37, 34, 36, 34, 20 with cast speed. Whoops. And then 34 with, I think that's a maximum gold find roll. So this one is actually potentially useful for some sort of gold find character. And then that's it for the day. That's the stream. 2.5 hours, so almost exactly what I thought after the first set. And let's see. Yeah, I probably won't really have time to play it all this week, so we'll see. Thanks for watching, and I'll have to do at some point another set of 1000.